Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Good morning, Lindsay Laughter.
I just like that laugh. It's so ridiculous.
I love that laugh. Just so you guys know, I'm 40 and I can't move my neck today this way for no reason.
But you can move the chair.
Did you sleep wrong?
I don't know. I thought I sneezed maybe, but that's 40.
Sneeze.
Welcome. Welcome to 40, everyone. I can't move my neck. All right, buckle up for this, everyone. It looks like there is, I hate saying it, but I got to inform you, a 100% chance we're headed for recession in the next year. That is according to Bloomberg's latest forecast. A majority of Americans are already making some major changes to prepare. So here are some steps people are taking according to a CNBC poll. 34% of folks are delaying major purchases like a home or a car. Nearly 30% are paying down their debt. 28% are reducing their holiday spending, and a quarter of people are stashing away more money into their savings. And get this, 14% of people are staying at jobs they don't like.
I think we need to put a 1 in front of that.
114?
Only 14 people are staying at jobs.
14%.
Does everybody work at the toy store?
What? Everyone works in their happy
No, but
place.
you remember during the pandemic when there was like the option, if you luckily had that, people were like, listen, I'm doing what my free will desires and just quitting rampantly. So, and that still is the energy that's kind of still happening. So this is why okay, I'm falling off my chair. This is why this recession talk is so confusing, because the firings are low. People aren't getting fired and there are tons of job openings.
Oh,
so it's just like a weird time. I was reading an article on CNBC about it, that those things are happening, but inflation is so high. It's like the 90s where people can't catch up.
Right.
You know, people are still feeling like milk. There was a whole article about how milk costs way more, about the cost of a carton of eggs. So when you're just trying to feed your family, you're wondering why, even if your wages are rising, they're not catching up to inflation. You're still playing catch up. You can't save the way we did. A lot of us had the opportunity to during the pandemic because we were inside. People are actively deciding to get out the house again, and that just costs a lot more, just literally driving.
That's a good point, just getting out the car door.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So what do you guys think of this news, and are you changing your behavior or taking steps to prepare, knowing that a recession is on the way? And just so you know, if you don't know what a recession is, it's just a period of economic decline that is spread across the economy, and it lasts more than a few months.
Right.
Are you preparing?
But isn't that how growth happens? I mean, unless you think that your economy's growth is just going to be linear and just a straight line, it does plateau, it does dip at some points. We've seen this before, and Lindsay, I thought you made a great point when you say, you know, we are in a different time in which people do have options with jobs. You can have 3 side hustles that make up 1 job.
Right.
You can have 1 full-time job and 2 side hustles on the weekends. People have different ways of making money. And I think the idea of looking at this like any other recession would be a fool's errand. Everybody talks about, 2009. That was the result of criminal behavior that was happening with the housing
Mortgage
market.
lenders, yes.
Of course, they didn't face any justice. We don't even have a name or a face, but they're white-collar criminals. Let's go after somebody wrapping a 7-Eleven for $50. But I digress. You know, when we talk about these recessions, it's interesting that it only happens when the Democrats are coming, and it happens around the midterms.
So you feel like it's political here?
It absolutely is because of the midterms, because all those things that we listed are things you should be doing anyway.
But some
Putting
people,
money in your savings.
some of these economists are not biased. They're not just doing it because an election's coming up. They're literally telling you, like the CEO of these banks and people who are going on and doing interviews on CNBC are just like, looking at the forecast, this is what it looks like for the next couple of years. And I think it's easy to say that it was a recession. There was a small recession during the pandemic.
Right, technically.
Technically there was. So we were saying that when Trump was president.
But,
you know, I think that.
But that was a global pandemic, though. So that was kind of.
But that's what I mean. Like, I think the economists have a specific job not to be apolitical, actually, not to be going on the side. Yeah, you hope that they would be.
That's true.
We would hope, but also those economists, how can they look and give a forecast when we've never had an employment situation like we have in this country? Everybody can work if they want to. I drive around everywhere. When my car got stolen and the phone and the mechanic was ringing off the hook, I was like, good for you guys. You guys are killing in business. And she's like, we can't find mechanics. She was like, this is in Denver. She was like, we're starting mechanics off at $120,000 and we can't get people to pick our phone up. There are options.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear this from any economist. People can work if they want to. And if they didn't fight to keep the wages stagnant for 2 or 3 decades, we wouldn't be in this situation.
The wages issue. And let me just say and remind everyone, the corporate greed and profits are at an all-time high.
That's in my next comedy album.
Can I just, it's all-time high. So how does that work out with a recession? I don't really know, but greed, I think, plays a part. All right, I'm sure you've heard of this. We are switching gears here. Late night host James Corden. Ooh. He is apologizing after finding himself in some hot water with a restaurant owner. Let me paint the picture for you. The owner of Balthazar in New York City said Corden was a cretin of a man.
That's so intense.
What a great insult.
That's a great
For the way he treated wait staff. He detailed 2 alleged incidents when Corden was abusive. Once, Corden found a hair in his food and then apparently demanded 2 rounds of free drinks. The second was over an omelet for Corden's wife that wasn't prepared correctly. The owner said Corden went ballistic, tore into the staff, saying they couldn't do their jobs. The owner had originally banned him, but yesterday or last night or this morning, Corden reportedly called him to apologize, and the ban has been lifted. So what do you make of Corden's behavior? Should he be banned? What do you think of the restaurant owner putting him on blast? Is this another Ellen? Is James Corden like the Mr. Nice Guy and he's actually a total jerk? I'm hearing
I just don't
reports.
understand why you're not begging, however the conversation went, calling the owner to go back to somewhere that you have so many issues. Like, if it's that problematic and you want to scold the staff to the point where you're berating them, there's so many restaurants in New York, let me tell you.
Like
there's
at least
so
4 or
many.
5, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And near where that one is that are also 4.5 and above on Yelp. You can go find a better restaurant if you feel that offended by what they're doing over there.
Right.
Well, do you think the owner is at all responsible for putting this out on blast and being like, he's terrible?
I don't think so. At some point, you have to make the decision in your adult life that your humanity is not up for somebody else's choice. And I don't care if you're James Corden and you do carpool karaoke. That's very cute. And we were all done with that 7 years ago.
Excuse me, I still like it.
That's horrendous. I would rather be in the hole in wherever Shawshank took place than watch that. But, he's allowed to, act a fool in a restaurant. We've all seen it. We've all worked in restaurants. But the restaurant does not have to take it. Just because you give me whatever, I don't have to take it. And I do like that the owner stood up for himself. And I do think this is a case of somebody that was feeling themselves, has an immense amount of power, like who you mentioned earlier.
Ellen DeGeneres.
And people like to spread that around and let people know that I feel like I'm better than you, and I can show you that at every single step.
I want to ask you, Tori, because I feel like that you feel this way too, or all of us probably. People, the way that they treat people at restaurants, to me, says a lot about your character and everything about you, whether I would spend time with you. If you are like berating or being rude to the waitstaff, I'm like, okay, we don't have much in common.
No.
You are just obnoxious.
Isn't it weird?
There's a saying that says the way your date or partner treats the waiter or waitress would be the way he treats you or she treats you in 6 months.
I remember I was, before the shows, comics all hang out, especially when we're sharing a hotel. It's early in my career, and I went to lunch with this guy. We were in Florida. And we went to, we just met, but he was friendly. And we went to the restaurant, and I'll never forget, Lindsay, he ordered and would not look at the waiter. And it was weird, so I had to overly compensate. And he ordered, said, and I'll take the fries, and just threw and kept looking at me. And it was it was the most shocking thing that's ever happened in a restaurant.
The lowest you can be.
It's really
so low. I will say the owner has kicked out Graydon Carter, who's a writer for Vanity Fair, for not showing up for his reservations twice, so he banned him. So this might be somewhat of a reactionary owner, but at the same time, I went deep into the James Corden dive. He's got some issues. There's some anger issues towards waitstaff. This has become a pattern.
But to own a restaurant where he owns one is very expensive and very successful by all standards of a restaurateur. So the fact that he has the audacity just to be bold enough to say, get out of my space when I made it this far, he doesn't need James Corden. You have a restaurant in the middle of Manhattan that's very, very expensive.
Okay.
Right, you're doing okay. You do not need James Corden's money. I'm sure there's tons of rich people coming to eat at your spot.
Yeah,
also I think chefs, Gordon Ramsay showed us, chefs are eccentric as well.
True.
They're almost
Hot-tempered.
artists as well. And so I would think that this would be expected. A chef isn't just going to lay down and just take whatever you're given. I mean, they're very passionate about their art. So I could see both personalities clashing.
You know the worst part about this story? His wife ordered an egg yolk only omelet.
Yeah, I never heard
How
of
is that possible?
What is that?
I think you take this.
I'm not even yoking.
No, there you go.
Coming up on DBL. I just came up with it. Our interview with Joey Fatone. He's telling us all about his new Comedy Central movie where his NSYNC memorabilia gets a little cameo. Plus, Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis are speaking out together against their ex-nanny after she made these wild accusations about the former couple's relationship. We're getting into it. Yoke? Ugh.
I didn't want to laugh at that. That was funny.
I'm easily tickled, y'all. It doesn't
I
take
love
much.
it. We're gonna sit here and be
Okay,
right.
I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm just telling you the truth.
You can smirk all you want. You don't have to tell me to go.
Brad Pitt, the
And I also can't imagine, like, you're saying that the restaurant owner needs to be like this egoless person. Like, to me, it's like, no, you are very, like, I would be like, excuse me.
Yeah, and he owns Petit.
I don't know if he's a chef, by the way.
He owns Manette Tavernetta, and he owns
But all those restaurants,
Pastis.
I
That's the
wasn't
other one he
positive,
owns.
but all
He's a
those
restaurateur.
restaurants
Yeah,
are
he
like
owns
in
Pastis
Columbus Circle, right?
and Balthazar. Yes,
Exactly. They're very
I've been
freaking
Pastis.
expensive.
So they're enormously
Right. So, like,
high-end
it's not like
restaurants.
we're not. No matter if you own a local shop, like one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's not like that.
You should still act like that. You're very successful owning
Yeah.
a restaurant.
I went
but
into-
owning it in Manhattan is very expensive, and I would be like, you can go.
Yeah, I went to
honestly.
Pastis and didn't have. I had shorts on or something and got kicked out. You weren't allowed without the proper care. So if they take that much care, obviously you don't speak to their waitstaff. Also, behind the scenes, I looked up James Corden was going to go on Reddit. I don't know if you guys know Reddit. It's sort of like a forum for people to discuss topics. And he was going to do an Ask Me Anything, which people do on Reddit. And like something happened and it all shut down because rumors of him being a total jerk took over Reddit.
But don't you think?
And he acts so nice.
When people are that nice, I always
think
wonder,
there's
like,
anger?
what else is like, and not to bring up Robin Williams, but he was so happy and then he was really sad, or like something that's Jim Carrey is super serious
There's
when you see him
that line
interview.
there, yeah.
So it's like, what's your other personality? Because
Right,
no one
right,
just walks
right.
around like, hey, yes,
Right, like
okay.
my Buddhist teacher went to a retreat where they all laughed the whole time, and she went like this, and they just were like, ha ha ha, and she goes, "There's a lot of pent up anger here, because like you can't just be that happy all the time." I don't know. That's why I find the Ellen and James Corden thing so like, whoa, because they look so kind on air.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like they're actors.
Yeah, but
you
I
know?
thought they were hosts.
But I mean, you're acting. They don't act
Like Johnny
that.
Johnny Carson was known to be kind of a jerk.
I would say the
Really?
difference between
Yeah.
us and Johnny Carson.
I like this story.
Welcome back. Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde, this is crazy, are speaking out together after their former nanny gave a tell-all interview to a tabloid. This is insane.
Shame on the nanny, man.
I know. She snitched or maybe she
There's
lied.
no code anymore.
The Daily Mail, the unnamed nanny claims, get this, Jason was blindsided by Olivia's decision to, and he says Jason laid under Olivia's car to prevent her from seeing her now boyfriend, Harry Styles. The nanny also said she was fired by Jason when he was, quote, drunk and out of control. Now, in a joint statement, which is rare, these two are fighting badly, Olivia and Jason called these claims false and said the nanny has been harassing them for months. In my opinion, if it's false, you sue for defamation, if that's the case.
I have an alternate theory, and Lindsay, I want to know how you feel about this. I feel like the nanny is a secret op that's working to bring them back together. All right? Because
that's
they
gonna work.
haven't been on the same page until they united to hate her. And now
All right.
they're talking again. Let's go out to dinner and talk about how we're going to deal with the nanny. Then they lock eyes, now they're back together.
That's intense.
What do you think?
This makes me sad because, like, you trust somebody with your kids, and it's something that Colin and I are just starting to experience now. Like, I don't want to think that you have any other intention besides the best intentions for my kids. Never to talk about what's going on in my house. Never to have any other conversations besides the welfare of my daughter.
Which is great.
And so I'm just offended that if this is a real nanny or if this is a fake story, like Al.
No, I
thinks.
think it's a real story.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it's a real nanny, then it's just like, come on, man, have some type of.
But she's I mean.
Wait, what about an NDA? Wouldn't you have a nanny
Didn't
if you're
Stormy
Olivia?
Daniels have an NDA?
Wouldn't you have an NDA if you're a nanny?
I don't think NDAs work anymore because I think please
that's
stop
a
me if I'm wrong.
non-disclosure
Right,
agreement.
yeah, I think they don't work anymore because yes, there'll be like a $250,000 fine if you break it. But if TMZ is going to give you $500,000 to speak on it, you can do the math on that. So
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think. I think it's just a math problem at this point. And I think, Lindsay, as you're in the process of bringing in a stranger into your home, and we all have people that in our lives that are not close family, or sometimes they are. you have to expect that if you get to a certain level, somebody's going to. I always think about that Michael Phelps picture when he was
with the bong.
With the bong, and I was like, he was at a party. A friend took that picture.
Right. And then I think about, like, obviously everybody in media follows Oprah closely, but I really do. And how many times she's gotten sued by people that she trusted is so, like, that bothers me so much. I'm not at that level, but I'm like, I can't imagine, like, you know, one of us being like, oh, I'm going to sue you. Like, huh?
Yeah.
You know, we're friends.
Because
like,
it's this weird leverage that you have over people that are super famous, and that just the accusation, because it's printed with no merit behind it.
Reckless disregard for the
right.
truth.
If you print it, and if I say something bad about Lindsay, I say, hey, Lindsay steals cars in her off time. Well, once it's on the internet, if you respond and say, no, I don't, well, now your viewers, now your followers are going to get that. So do you just want to keep quiet? Do you, like, how do you, so you always have this power over the person that's the larger entity in the situation, and it's a tough position to be in.
That's why Tom Cruise sues almost constantly for defamation, because he just doesn't let it go. And if it happens, it happened, and he will sue.
And word gets out, and that's why we don't hear as much Tom Cruise, though.
That's exactly right. Litigious people, I don't know. I don't love them, but
somebody.
I could see this being a lawsuit. Coming up on DBL, what's the best outfit Joey Fatone saved from his NSYNC days? He's telling us all about that, plus his new movie coming up next.
Recipients are getting a boost to their checks next year, an 8.7% cost of living increase. That's resurrected claims that routinely pop up on social media, like this one that says Social Security will run out of money in 12 years. So is that true or false? We brought the question to 3 expert economists who all told us it's false.
No, it is not true.
To understand why, we need to understand how Social Security is paid for. The funds come from payroll taxes, which come out of our paycheck. And for a while, those taxes brought in more than we needed. That created a surplus, which the government put in a special trust fund. But now it's flipped. The payroll taxes alone aren't enough to cover all the checks that we need to send out. So we're dipping into that trust fund to cover the difference.
It's almost like saying, imagine you have $1,000 a month of expenditures and your primary job only pays you $750 a month. And you're like, I'm short $250. Well, you've got a savings account that you've had up from your working years. So you're now taking out $250 a month to pay up that difference in your expenditures. You keep taking $250 out a month, in the next 10 years, you'll be down to zero. Then what are you going to do?
So we could wind up emptying our savings account, the trust fund, but that doesn't mean Social Security will totally run out of money. Remember, we still have the payroll taxes.
It's absolutely false to say that if we did nothing, we would not be able to pay any Social Security benefits. That's not true. But we would only be able to pay, a fraction of what we're now promising, the fraction probably being around 70 to 75%.
So we can verify, no, Social Security will not run out of money in 12 years. As long as we have the payroll tax, people will still get checks. But unless Congress takes some sort of action, those checks could be smaller than promised. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. He's a member of one of the biggest boy bands of all time, NSYNC, and who can forget his memorable role in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Well, earlier we got to chat with Joey Fatone about his Comedy Central movie and his NSYNC memorabilia. Check it out. Joey Fatone, welcome. One of the biggest boy bands of all time, NSYNC. I love that. So you're
good to be seen, people.
Yeah. So you're in the new movie, Cursed Friends. It's about predictions of things like careers and relationships all coming true from the game MASH. So which childhood crush would have been on your MASH game?
See, for me, if we're going back in the day, some people may know who she is and some people may not. And now, actually, I know her as a friend, but I had a crush on Soleil Moon Frye, Punky Brewster. Back in the day.
The club.
I hosted a show with her, Joey. I also had a crush.
Hey, look at her. She's still gorgeous.
So let me ask you, did you freak out when you met her?
Yeah, the funniest thing is we met through mutual friends, but then one time I actually went to a convention and I saw a Punky Brewster doll, and I literally asked her to sign it. It's hysterical. And literally, I still have it. It's in storage, but I still have an old school Punky Brewster doll that she signed for me. So that's
nice.
my claim to fame.
Listen, man, you're not the only one who had a crush on Soleil. I think we all did. We all did. So, there's a scene in the movie where you are in your InSynctuary, which sounds wonderful to me, filled with InSync memorabilia. What is the most special InSync outfit you kept? I don't want to name drop here, but I've been to Lance's house. He showed me an outfit or two. You guys got some pretty cool stuff. What was yours?
Yeah, you know, one of the things we did is, we split a bunch of different outfits up. So one of the outfits I have is the no strings attached on tour. So there's, I know Justin had a top hat, we had a couple of bowler hats.
Oh, yeah.
Like those are the outfits right there that you're seeing. I have all 5 of them.
Oh,
we all split them in different groups. So whenever we ever did something or want to set them somewhere, I have all 5 of them. So it's quite cool. Kind of cool little,
very cool.
Memorabilia, if you will. Little
Very cool.
I was gonna say, well, speaking of cool, as a parent, I think I've given up on trying to be cool in front of my kids. No matter, even though I've done cool stuff, it doesn't work on them. So you've done incredibly cool stuff. So I have to know, like, do your daughters understand how big InSync is and was and how famous you are? Because you're just dad.
Yeah, that's Chloe. Chloe's my 12-year-old, where it's really interesting because she's still like, she knows about it and she knows everything, but she's never, I think, seen the caliber of it. But with Brianna, it was interesting because she was actually still young, but we went on tour, so she saw us. But I think one of the major things when we got the star on the Walk of Fame was one of the big moments that they actually saw something, as far as like fans and stuff like that. And then another time I brought my daughter, Brianna, my older one, I'm like, hey, you want to go with your old man to Coachella? And she's like, yeah. But then I'm like, yeah, but I'm performing with Ariana Grande. It's like, cool, is that weird? She goes, yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, of course, when I'm on stage, she was cheering for me, but she was just cheering like, yay. And I thought, I was like, oh, it's cheer daddy.
You can sing, you can dance, you can act, and you can cook. You have your own restaurant, and it's called Fat Ones, which is hilarious, by the way. Why did you want to open up a hot dog food truck, Joey?
Why not? For me, I guess it was back to my Brooklyn roots. I loved, when you lived in Brooklyn, you went down the street, you got a slice of pizza. You went down the street, you got a dirty water dog or, a hot dog from Nathan's in Coney Island. So I always wanted to either do a pizza place or a hot dog place. So we basically had a place in the mall, in the Florida mall called Fat Ones. We said, why not, let's just do it. And my manager said, hey, why don't we just call it your name? I'm like, Fatone? He's like, no, Fat Ones. We'll separate it. We'll have the hot dogs, we'll have these big hot dogs. I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. So I went from everything from the decor, from tasting all the hot dogs, to knowing it doesn't have like that burp repeat effect when you eat it sometimes. So we did that, and now we have a food truck. It's been great. People are like, why aren't you branching out? I said, I just want to keep it simple. I'm not the type of person that really wants to be blowing it up just because of my name. I want to blow it up because of the quality of it and what we do and what we represent with food. So hopefully that will just trickle down. But right now I literally have a food truck and I haven't branched out yet. I haven't touched it. I've been about 3 or 4 years now I've had it.
Wow.
I hope it's not lost on you, the discipline that you've showed.
I know.
Just being able to have a hot dog truck. I would just eat them all. They'd have to cut me out of the back of the hall. They would have to remove me.
You are a fat one.
How did you? I would just be like, yeah, I had the quality control.
That's hilarious. Oh, man. Joe, you are such a Renaissance man. So interesting. You're raising good people. You're a good person. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. To our viewers, check out Cursed. Oh, of course, Cursed Friends. It's going to air on Comedy Central October 29th and 30th. It's a great Halloween movie. Joey, thanks again for being with us.
Great guy, man.
We'll be right back.
That's what's up.
My pleasure. Please check it out. Have a good one. Much love.
Take care.
Companies compete all the time, but you don't exactly see rival soda manufacturers, for example, exchanging digs or making dramatic claims like you would two candidates for office. Campaign ads seem to play by different rules. So
we checked with political strategist Ben Knuckles, Professor Erica Franklin Fowler, the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Election Commission, and the Federal Trade Commission, and the Supreme Court to verify. Yes, different rules apply to political ads than businesses and private individuals.
It's the art and nature of politics, right? Politicians have the right to make their case.
The FTC's truth in advertising laws ban deceptive marketing tactics, but that scrutiny doesn't apply to political ads protected by the First Amendment.
And facts, can be fungible in some ways.
They can draw connections, use buzzwords, inflate their own storylines, and make generalizations that may bend the truth to fit the narrative they're selling to voters. The Supreme Court has upheld its political free speech.
I would say different campaigns have different thresholds for that.
While candidates can sue each other for defamation after an unsavory ad, the FCC generally does not preview or pre-approve ads before broadcast or ensure their accuracy.
After making a claim, especially about an opponent, spots typically cite sources on screen.
Campaigns need to be very careful to make sure that the claims that they're making are accurate and defensible is their third-party validation.
But that's actually not legally required.
I think it's a tactic by campaigns to cite their sources so that there's at least something to back up what they're saying.
Campaign ads must disclose on screen who's paying for the spot. Unlike most commercials, if it's funded directly by a certified candidate for office, broadcast networks like ours cannot reject or alter an ad.
You can say pretty much whatever you want to say on the air, and the stations cannot take that down.
But those third-party funded ads paid for by supporters or a political action committee, Knuckles says those are easier to challenge. It happens more often. With political ads specifically, broadcast networks are also required to give equal opportunity to advertise to competing candidates, aiming for fairness on both sides. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
I'm going to officially launch this new application site at studentaid.gov.
The wait is over. President Biden announced that the official application for student loan debt relief is available. Borrowers have until December 31st, 2023 to fill it out. But approximately 8 million borrowers already used the beta version of the application, which was available over the weekend. A beta test is like a soft launch ahead of an official release. And now people are wondering if those 8 million applicants will have to reapply using the official form. So let's verify using these sources. When the beta version was launched, a banner at the top of the Student Aid website said, quote, "We're accepting applications to help us refine our processes ahead of the official form launch." And right here, it confirmed that if you submit an application, it will be processed and you won't need to resubmit. Now that the official form is launched, that banner is gone. But Jessica Thompson, vice president at the Institute for College Access and Success, confirmed that if you applied using the beta application, you don't have to reapply now. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariande Till.
Welcome back. If you hear your car squeal when you turn the wheel, this is a major indication something may be wrong. This is how you turn the wheel. That's today's Auto Alert, sponsored by Car Care. There are a couple different reasons why your car may be producing an unpleasant squeak. So let's take a look at the most common. First, power steering failure. If you're hearing squealing while making turns, your power steering pump needs to be inspected and your belt may need adjusting. Next, power steering fluid. Power steering fluid. You should check this once a month and have it replaced every 30,000 miles. A lot of times this fluid becomes contaminated from debris, and if you notice a dark color, you need to have it looked at. Car Care is dedicated to providing you with an amazing auto protection plan experience that works with your budget. If you're looking for better car care, give them a call, 1-800-690-7547. Don't you hate when you're in and you go to brake and you're like,
Yeah, I feel like embarrassed, even though I don't know, nobody cares. They probably can hear, but I'm like,
it's not. It's first of all, your brake should not be to that point, guys.
Right.
But even, you know what it is? It's when you push the brake and it's just a little grindy, and you just know that that's going to be $1,000 at the bottom of your foot. So you're like, oh, my brakes.
And I'm just going to let it be.
Yeah.
I hear my dad in my head like, shame on you.
Right. And I'm thinking recession. DBL's new. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.